So for anyone new that just came in, we're going to be talking about prospective hire, benefits overviews, and how to showcase your benefits to potential new hires. We're going to be doing a Q&A throughout. So if you have any questions, just click the Q&A button below on the bottom of your screen, and we'll be raffling off a $50 gift card as well to anyone who participates. So with that being said, I'm going to pass it on to Vlad and Kate to run the webinar.
Thanks, Evelyn.
Thanks, Evelyn.
Hi, everybody. My name is Vlad Geister. I'm co-founder and CEO of Airbo, and I am joined by Kate.
Hello, everybody. I am co-founder and COO of Airbo. Really excited to be here with you today.
And so we've been sharing a bunch of new products that we've been releasing as free offerings to help bring more organizations into the Airbo ecosystem. And today we'll be showing our newest one, which is Prospective Hires, which I think is pretty exciting. And then at the end, we're actually going to give you a quick little preview of a new AI assistant that we are sharing for free as well. This is our next big free push that we're going to be doing throughout April, which I'm really excited about. So we'll talk about that at the end. But for now, just to set a little bit of context, why it is that we are all here is that benefits have gotten very, very complicated. Most organizations are facing the exact same problem, which is a lot of fragmented systems, a lot of fragmented benefits, and employees tend to be pretty confused, and HR tends to be pretty overwhelmed. So our mission in life is very much to give employees a lot more support. We want to give HR and brokers the power to give employees more support with dramatically less work. So we actually want to reduce work instead of increasing it while accomplishing this. And the idea is that we can help reclaim hours spent by HR, by brokers, helping to navigate employees to the right systems, policies, and benefits, and increase the amount of time that HR professionals, benefit professionals, and brokers are able to spend on more strategic tasks that matter a whole lot more to everybody involved. So when we think about kind of Airbo's role in this ecosystem, it's very much to navigate the benefits ecosystem and make that navigation very, very simple. As a reminder, we work with over 400 organizations in a variety of industries. We tend to start working with companies that are generally 100 employees plus. Some organizations are smaller, but it's a little more rare that they have this problem. And we scale up all the way to organizations that have a couple 100,000 employees. But it seems to be like our sweet spot is that sort of 500 to a couple thousand employee space. As I mentioned, today's agenda is we are going to be speaking about how to showcase benefits to prospective hires. So we released a free Airbo tool to help onboard new employees, and that triggered a lot of questions for Kate in particular for, hey, what do we do for folks who we're trying to recruit into the organization, and we want to showcase our benefits in an innovative way and help kind of nudge them into the organization. So today we're going to share the common challenges that we see with communicating benefits to prospective hires. We're going to demo the offering. We'll do some Q&A, and then we'll actually go and show you that new AI tool that we're releasing in April. So Kate, let me hand it over to you.
Cool. Thanks, Vlad. Yeah, so as Vlad just mentioned, I've talked to hundreds of groups and broker partners recently about the free new hire benefits onboarding. And so many of those conversations, I kept getting the question, like, can I use this for my prospective hires? Like, can we pass this information over to them? Because we want them to know about their benefits, but we don't want to share all of the information right away with them. Or we want to look really cool and innovative. And this could be really fun to send to prospective hires so they can see what our benefits are all about, but also like go through an interactive experience that's different from our competitors. And so this is really how the prospective hires came about. And so kind of the first piece that this campaign helps to solve is that many people just don't understand that the benefits package makes their compensation package more valuable. So like if you look at, let's just take like a manufacturing organization, and there's a competitor down the road, one might have a $1.50 more per hour salary than, so company A might have a $1.50 more per salary than company B, but company B pays more of the monthly premium, where at, when it's all said and done, company B is actually like a more advantageous company to go towards because their benefits package is more comprehensive. And so a lot of times when people are making decisions about what company to go to, they don't understand that the benefit package helps on that front. They don't understand all of the resources that they have, because a lot of times when offer letters or like employees are going through the prospective hire process, they're just getting basic information that, yeah, we have medical, we have dental, we have vision, we have an EAP, we have some voluntary benefits that you can opt into, but they don't really know what the full extent of it is. They might not know that, we have Cigna, and Cigna has wellness resources that I can take advantage of, or there's an app that I can download. And so because people don't have that knowledge when they're making their decision, they might choose the company that goes with that has like the higher salary, because they think that that's going to be more advantageous to them. And so one of the really key points of the Prospective Hire campaign that I'm going to show you in a demo is that we're really highlighting all of the benefits that are available. So when someone's making their decision, they can see exactly what they're going to have when they come onto the organization. Unfortunately, they can't have the cat in the video, but I would be like, I would like this cat. Thank you very much.
You already have a cat.
Yeah, I know. I would take another. Okay, so that was really the first challenge. And this one does go like along with that, in that it's just not easy to share information. So one of the other pieces of feedback that we've received is that companies don't want to share exact rates. One, because there's different eligibility. Someone's going through the process, like they don't know which group they're going to fall into yet, or they're just not comfortable sharing publicly like how much it is going to be. And so that's a piece where we've gotten feedback from our broker partners and our customers that there's not an easy way to send that information unless they share everything out. And so again, this Prospective Hire campaign is a really nice way to just get the basic information out, show people what they will have without including exact rates that are available to them. And also sometimes the exact rates are behind a firewall too. And so that makes it even harder for companies to get that information in front of a prospective hire. See, and so our third challenge here is that, as we all know, I think everyone on the phone, benefits information is really hard for people to understand just in general. It's hard for somebody that's not in the benefits space to know all of the components, how like a high deductible plan works with an HSA, but why they can't have an HSA with a PPO. And so that's a challenge in itself, in that just it's a very difficult topic. But then when you add additional communication pieces on, such as employees that aren't native English speakers, or people that like maybe they don't have access to a computer, so they can't look at information that's shared with them easily, it's really hard for someone to understand their benefits information. And so if we're able to provide it to them in a really easy format that works on any device, we're able to make sure that as an employee is making their decision, they have a really good base of what they're going to get when they come over to your company. And so this leads us to the Prospective Hire Benefits Overview campaign. So as Vlad mentioned, this is the second of our free tools. So the first is the new hire benefits onboarding. And then this is the Prospective Hire. And so really same process for any of those who have already worked with us on the new hire benefits onboarding, is that all we do is you sign up for an implementation spot. We then request your benefits information. Typically that's a benefit guide. It might be a couple of different other like SBCs if you don't have a guide or anything along those lines. We'll then put it together. So it's taking about 5 to 7 business days to put these together. Once we have the benefits information, And then all you need to do is share this link with prospective hires, in an email that's sent to them, or you can even give it to them in as a QR code. So like on a flyer, if they came in to meet with you, you send them away with information. It can be on a QR code. We've had a couple of groups that have put a QR code on offer letters. So they have popped that onto an offer letter so then an employee can just like scan it to see the information. And I'm just going to pause 1 second just to see if we have any questions here. Oh, and so yes, Maria, the new hire version is also free. So that is a free campaign. But the prospective hire overview, this one is also free. This is our second free program or second free campaign that we've released. And so Evelyn just shared the link for the prospective hire benefits overview sign up. So if you have any groups or if you're interested in it, feel free to just pop your name on there and then we will reach out. I'm going to pause the screen share for just a moment, and then I'm going to move over into a live demo of the campaign. If anybody has any questions as I'm popping over here, please let us know.
Like I should be like singing.
I know, I was like, I need music because I wasn't doing it as fast as I normally do. Okay, can you all see my screen?
We can see it.
Perfect. So this is what it's going to look like for a prospective hire that comes in if they're on a computer. Again, this, as with our new hire version, this will always be branded. So it will have the company's logo, their colors. It will all be about their specific total rewards. A new hire will just click on Let's Go, and then it's going to start them on what we call a tile. So the first tile within this campaign. We'll welcome the new hire in. We're just going to go through the experience, click Let's Go. This campaign, we might add in some stuff from the CEO or anything that like we would do on like a welcome, like, hey, we want to welcome you into this. And then we will start walking them through the benefits information. So each tile within the campaign will touch on a different benefit. We'll have retirement. So as you can see, we're going through all the different benefits. I'm not going to make you go through all of them with me, so I'll go back to the main preview and just scroll here and show you that we're going to touch on things like vision, dental, wellness programs that a company might have available. We'll touch on retirement programs for sure here, any voluntary benefits that an employee might ask about. And then we'll also get into some of these other things that often come with benefit plans, like the emergency travel system, identity theft, commuter benefits, student loan stuff, discount programs. In this campaign, we'll usually touch on PTO. If a company has like gym reimbursements or any on-campus food options, or sometimes there will be like on-campus health options, we'll touch on all of those to make sure that's a really well-rounded picture of what the total rewards are available to a new hire.
I think this is really important for a few reasons, which is we're looking at it on a computer, but actually the most compelling version of this is on mobile. And benefits information is particularly horrible to read in a dense PDF format. And so I love the way that it sort of sizes this information down, especially someone who's going through the process of deciding who they want to work for. I think it presents a really good image of the employer. And a lot of stuff gets lost. What I like about how this information is presented is that it puts each thing as an item on the list and makes each thing independently compelling to click into. And it's structured as a thing that takes people through a guided process of seeing all of them, but it also allows them to zoom out and go to different ones. And because it sits outside the firewall and it's just shareable with a link, it's very easy for the candidate to kind of go through it themselves, but then also show their spouse or their partner, hey, here's what this company offers and the kind of organization that they seem to be presenting themselves as. So this to me is like a little bit like a no-brainer. We are making it free. It's very much similar to the information that's in the virtual benefits fair, as well as the new hire orientation. It's just a little bit of a higher level with a different audience. So I think it's a really nice tool.
Yeah, and Harriet, just to answer your question, so this is free. The employer does not have to have other paid programs with Airbo to take advantage of this or the new hire onboarding campaign. Cool. And
So
if anybody would like, I will look sometimes. So I'll pull this up. I'm going to pull it up from the setup tab. But if you want to experience what a new hire would experience, feel free to grab your phone and just scan this QR code. And it'll just take you right in and you can see how it would work for a new hire that's on their phone that's scanning in.
Kate, do you want to also just pop that link into the chat in case
Yeah.
you want to click the link on their computer? Oh,
Good call. There
QR
you go.
code experience is more
I
fun.
didn't even think of that. I was thinking QR code. It's usually what I'll pull up.
Yeah,
Perfect.
and Kate, could you just show the translation feature? I think this is another item that just realistically, when you're trying to explain benefits to prospective hires where English is just not their native language, I can kind of speak from that perspective. I'm originally from Ukraine. My whole family is Russian speaking. And so just having that language support, I think, is really like a big deal. And the percent of people in the United States for whom English is not their first language is increasing every year right now, quite a lot. And it's not just Spanish speakers, Vietnamese speakers, a number of different languages are really popping up all over the place. And so it's not only just the number of people, it's also the diversity of languages that folks are now speaking. So we did build in this auto translate feature that the employee can just hit on their own. It'll also automatically detect their browser settings that can make understanding this information a whole lot easier for them and probably better than what a recruiter or a manager can often communicate.
And I think just one more. So the other point, kind of similar to that, is this also makes it really easy for an employer or honestly an employee to share this information with a spouse or domestic partner as well, who oftentimes is helping with the decisions that are being made of like what company to go with based on the benefits we need for our family. And so this campaign also really helps support that because you're able to get the information in front of the employee and the spouse in a really easy format.
Oh, Harriet asked for demo link or QR code, and we have provided. So that one is answered.
Oh, perfect.
Cool.
And I'll just, it's in the chat if you haven't grabbed it yet, Harriet.
So,
perfect. Okay,
well,
so I'm going to pause the screen share and pop back over to slides.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Just give me one moment here.
We talked a little bit about the AI assistant.
Yes.
So something that we spend a lot of time thinking about every day right now is AI. And we have been working on two, I think, notable AI tools. The first is an AI tool for employees, where an employee could directly text in and ask a question or type something in and ask a question. And what people really liked about that is, oh, actually, Kate, can we back one up off the slide? Because I know the GIF just keeps running and people may not like that.
Yes, we'll hold. Yep.
Yeah. So there's an AI tool that we've shown previously where employees can text in. We're rolling that out now. We have a nice wait list for that. But something that came up from the HR folks that we spoke to is, hey, this is great. I would love to have this to answer employee questions myself. And I'd actually like to play with this before even rolling this out to my employees. And so we have Airbo AI for employees, but we also now have Airbo AI, the HR assistant. And this is literally meant for HR benefit professionals that are getting a lot of questions from their employees, and they want an easier way to answer those questions. So for example, one of our clients has a really complicated formulary. And one of the most common questions she gets is, hey, like, is this drug covered under this formulary? And so we're able to just upload all these plan documents, all the information about programs, and help navigate towards the answer for what an employee should be doing next. So the HR assistant, which, okay, Kate, we can show it now, is the fastest way to answer employee questions and reduce HR workload. So we have these incredibly talented, incredibly experienced benefit professionals, oftentimes answering very basic questions that are easy to answer, but it's just time consuming and it interrupts their day. And it's not that they don't like interacting with employees, they love that part, but I think we all love that part, but it is a big cognitive load and it feels unnecessary because that time can be spent on things that are more value add. So what the Airbo HR assistant does is we upload all of those documents from the Airbo vault, that is the plan documents, what is available to employees, all the different programs, and then you can ask the assistant a question. Like in this case, we are asking, my employee just asked me if colon cancer screenings are covered under our health plan, and Airbo AI is answering, yeah, it is. Here's a link to additional information. And you can literally just copy that and paste it into an email or voice back to the employee. So we're really taking off that load off the HR person to look up this information, create a response, create the links and all those things, and it should be a really big time saver. We are pricing the Airbo AI HR assistant at free. So this is another free tool that is part of our platform. The reason we're making it free is that there is, I think, a really big component of this where we just need to make sure that HR people and benefits professionals are using AI tools to future-proof their career and make sure that they're up to par with the new technologies that are coming out. So we just believe that this is a really nice way to get your feet wet in AI, to start understanding how to use these tools. For us, like, we're thinking about the long term. We're going to monetize the actual employee assistant for organizations that want to roll this out, but this is something that we can actually make free for people.
I think it's just,
mhm.
oh no, I was just gonna say it's cool to see like how quickly you can get a question answered versus having to go search your plan documents or log into Cigna to get a response that you feel comfortable sending. So it truly is as fast as you're seeing in this GIF and getting a response back.
So I know that Evelyn has posted a link into the chat that allows you to sign up for the AI assistant. We are kind of gradually bringing companies onto this off of a wait list. We have to think about maybe 60 or 70 companies that are on that wait list today. We'll be promoting this more broadly starting in April, so just in about a week or so. So if you'd like to get on the list early and get updates on this, you can go ahead and sign up using that link.
And then Evelyn also just asked a survey question if you want to receive updates on the AI as well. So feel free to sign up if you want us to keep you in the loop.
Well, that is, I think, our agenda besides the raffle.
The raffle, yes. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to get them in quickly before we pull the winner.
Do we want to give people a minute or are we ready to go?
No, we're ready to go.
I'll pull it.
I think we're ready to go. Yeah.
We gotta.
All right. I'm going to click the button. It's raffling right now. And the winner is Harriet Montgomery.
Yay, Harriet.
I will
Awesome.
I will reach out to you separately and to get over your $50 gift card. So thank you so much for participating.
Awesome. We appreciate you all.
Thank you, everybody, for joining today. Really appreciate it. It's great to see so many familiar names here. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.
And if anybody has any questions, I'll pop my email into the chat as well. Feel free to just reach out directly and we can help with anything.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Have a good one.